Okay, so hello people. Oh, burp. Haven't had to thing down. Anyway, mm, so this will be uh, for okay. Sorry. This channel, the first video. This channel will be for my first video on the channel. Well, for a long time anyway. So ever since I made this my main. This channel will be for survival stuff. With this one is gaming. This will be survival gaming, knives and gear. Uh, my Twitch channel, I do games and all that, but I'll get into that later. And yeah, so this video will be first just doing survival, answering survival questions that we get asked, and also a free round of those with my personal dreams must have some cards, and so we can read for different ideas. There's something we'll talk about, and yeah, let's just get started. And okay, anyway,
Okay, this has a weird A B C D answer to it,
okay.
but I have the main answer on here.
So are you doing cards
Okay,
first? Wait, are you doing cards first, or are you doing anything we've been asked first?
I'm gonna go ahead and do this question and then we'll do some cards
Okay.
'cause but it's it's weird because the answers all are very similar.
Okay.
Okay. If you suddenly feel like you're lost, what should you do? Turn around and run as fast as you can back the way you came. Hike downhill to reach civilization. Uh,
No.
no.
No, no, okay, I'll
Hike
get the first one.
to,
I'll get it right. I'll get it right for no for the first one in a second.
yeah, but hike to the top of a hill so you can get a view of the surrounding area, or stop right where you are and wait for someone to find you.
Um, I'd say stop where wait for someone to find you. Mm.
Exactly.
If
And the
you run
reason
as
we
fast
don't
as you
say
can, what?
the reason we don't say run as fast as you can is why, Phil.
That all they do is make it just get tired out and lose more energy quicker, and you need that energy for to go to survive it all. Plus, who knows? Maybe you took a wrong turn somewhere, or just because you run back where you came doesn't mean you won't pass that place. Like,
Right, and what if you took another wrong turn and got
right,
yourself even more lost? So,
right.
no. Now, I also see a A, B, C, D, E here. I also see if followed down the creek of a river,
Right,
creek
that
or a river,
right. Eventually, we'll hit civilization. Eventually. Hmm.
but there are only two rivers in America that go upstream. So if you know where those two are, it's the Jacksonville, Florida river, and there's one in, I think, Tennessee. So if you know where you are,
Yeah. Mm.
then and you know why the river is going upstream instead of downstream, figure it out yourself.
My thing, I've never seen how that happens. Like, there's a lot of figure out now. I'm just kidding.
Exactly.
Like, yeah. Anyway.
But still, for the most part, stay put. If you're
Right.
with a group of people, I would see a little bit more of A, B, C, D on. I would see more of A, B, C, and D. Like somebody goes and tries to find help,
Yeah.
everybody else stays put.
That's why it's scout camp. We always have a buddy system. Minimize the chance of you getting lost. And if you get hurt, there's somebody that can take care of you.
I would agree with that.
But yeah. Anyway, okay, so now for the cards, or are you doing more? You there? Oh, hang on, guys. Wait, what's the? It wasn't on the game. Okay,
Kid?
yeah.
Okay, that was the tablet.
I was gonna say the cards are off.
Yeah, I know it dropped. I was like, what the?
Yeah.
Another question would be, how do you get from point A to point B without using a map?
Compass or landmarks.
Uh-huh. I'm sitting here and I get some of the dumbest questions from people that used to watch me on my channel.
I can kind of see that one as a legit question, though. I can see that.
Yeah. Okay, here's one. What seeds would you use in bartering situations?
I was picture the heirloom seeds.
No, they mean
Oh, specific types?
yeah.
Oh shit.
Depends on the type of year and exactly like pumpkin and kale are for fall.
Yeah.
Um acorn squash is a fall one. I would say winter food would be spinach.
So it kind of just depends on the season then.
Yeah, so I would
Okay.
just say it depends on the season.
Okay.
I'd say apples in the I'd say if you knew somebody who knew apples and they needed seeds for the summer, trade with that.
Right. If they have anything you need, then you have something they need. You might as well have the trade. There's no reason not to.
No, there's no reason not to. I would also say, let's see. Here's a safety question.
Okay.
Somebody asked me, do I know my full name, number, and address? And here's the reason you do not give that out to people unless it's somebody you know.
Right. There's a big reason for that.
You don't want somebody
Multiple.
trying to come and break in your own house.
Or
And
even
that's as far as
trying
I'm
to take
going with that.
or even your identity.
Yeah, but for a child,
Yeah,
give it to
no.
a police officer, give it to
Close
your
with family.
parents or a teacher. Yes.
Not even teachers anymore.
Yeah, but some, depending on what kind of
Well, yeah,
situation it is.
yeah, it is kind of circumstantial.
I'm thinking about the type of situation it would be.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense then.
Yeah, but really just be careful with that. Um,
Yeah, very, very.
safety rule, you have to know your name, your number, and your address. That
Yeah.
do not eat anything given by a stranger unless your parents know the person.
Well, okay, it definitely would be a well, unless it's a restaurant, but also being served, so that different work.
Well, it would be a stranger if you didn't know the person.
It's true.
My mom's, I think it was a friend of my mom's or something like that. She lived down the road from me, and she lived in an elderly set of apartments, and I didn't know the lady. I didn't know the family member or the lady that tried to offer me candy, and when mom said it was okay, I'm like, okay.
Only one time is okay without being told it's okay, and that's Halloween. And that's only if it's wrapped. If it's not wrapped, don't take it.
Exactly. I wouldn't even pass out random Halloween looking stuff if it wasn't wrapped or if it wasn't in some kind of container, but still you gotta be cautious there too, 'cause people can put needles and crap in it now.
There's one thing I say, they're making fun of that, of people that do that. That kind of bad stuff. There's like, oh, I was making other stuff too. Anyway, it was like, I'll send you the video, never mind. I'll send you the video. Funny.
Just send me the video later.
I will.
Um,
I'll send you a record, the video and all that
do not
later.
climb the
Mm,
fence
mm.
of someone else's home.
That was a trespass, but that you can get locked up for that one. That shit.
Now, if you're a kid trying to run away from a bad guy, fine.
So at the same time, you gotta be careful because that could also lead to more problems, not just legal, but like more safety problems.
Yeah, but I'm saying if you're
Because
trying to
if
run
it's
away
life or
from
death, then
somebody,
they're well.
yeah, make sure it's somebody you know on the other end of the fence.
Yeah,
Do not walk out of the yard alone.
right.
That
This is
goes
all for
for
mainly for kids,
anybody
mainly.
apparently these days.
It's true.
Now, my neighbor, whenever I head out toward her house, she literally will stand in her front yard until I'm there. If I'm not there, she'll go looking.
Uh,
When I tell her I'm there, I should be there by a certain amount of time, or she'll go looking and then she'll call mom and dad and say, "Where's your daughter?" Like I'm still 5 years old, but that's actually a safety thing on this side of town.
yeah, that makes sense.
Playing or experimenting with fire is not allowed.
No, don't do what I do. No,
No, now Phil has played with fire before,
I still gotta do. So
many times. So
there's not that
I'll
option.
admit,
Mm, mm,
I'll admit I have too, but I've had my dad as
mm.
supervision, even though I'm almost 30. I still have supervision with fire because of past issues. So just
Mm,
do not
mm.
do that. Let's
Yeah,
see. Know you're aware, know around you, know what's aware. Be aware of yourself. Be
yeah,
aware of what's around you.
mm, mm, mm.
Somebody said that wrong, but I'm reading exactly what was said.
Yeah,
Basically, that means be aware of everything that's around you.
yeah, mm.
What is it? The 5 C's of survivability?
Yeah.
Those. Now, the 333 rule. Somebody
Oh, the rule of
mentioned
threes.
that.
Rule of three.
No, it's a little bit different. Implementing safe lifting. No, I don't need. I already know that. Somebody sent me the 333 rule, as in the safety rule for lifting heavy stuff.
Jeez.
Oh my. I already know that. Alright, what's the rule of threes, Phil? And the starting one is actually 3 seconds without hope. And people really do forget that a lot of times.
I've never heard that one actually. But anyway, there's that one. Apparently. Um, is that
3 minutes
three?
without
Yeah,
air,
I got distracted by something. Okay, 3 minutes without air. There's three. Okay, goddamn it, my train of thought's gone.
3 days without water, three
Yeah,
weeks without food, 3 hours in harsh conditions.
yep. My mind is not really working right there.
and you literally have to have 3 seconds without hope or you're pretty much gone.
Another thing though, don't this ties into that. Don't panic no matter what. Panic is plays
Yeah,
and like lots of another trains of thought, but not just that, but it's also also like rational thinking. 99% of the time, panicking does. So, it might seem hard, but it's whatever you do, try not to panic like about anything. Anything? Mm, It could save your life if you think that way.
true. I'm trying to see. No, I don't want middle school questions. I'm looking for something that's not elementary or middle school.
Yeah.
Give me a minute. Um, how would you survive in the wilderness by yourself without a checklist?
What's that supposed to mean?
How would you survive in the wilderness? I guess what they're trying to say is how would you survive without an EDC?
Without any gear?
Yeah,
Ah. Well,
which
if you
there
know what you're
is.
doing, you can make stuff out in the field if you have to.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. You can do that.
There's certain
It's
things you
more
cannot
time
make.
consuming though.
There's certain things you cannot make, but most things you can make out in the wild. Mhm.
And if you find things because humans, and I'm not one of these kind of humans, but there are humans that like to be trashy.
Ah,
If
that's it.
you find trash and it's something that's useful for you in your situation, like they do in this show Alone, where they leave with 10 items, 10 gear items, and anything else they find, like a gill net or a fishing rod or anything like that, if they find stuff like that out in the middle of nowhere. Oh, hey, this doesn't fish like it's supposed to, it's gone. It's trash, and somebody else finds it, then that means it's their home
Right.
or whatever they're using it for. They can use it for different things.
Yeah.
People have found bricks and made a home out of it. People have found gill nets, they've found fishing rods, they've found many different things.
Nice.
So it depends.
Yeah. It really does. Like, a lot of people don't realize it's possible to make stuff out of the field. Like she said, though, it's time consuming, but it's worth it in the end.
Okay. You are alone in the wild. Somebody spelled wilds. You are alone in the wild. You have no idea how long it will take for someone to find you. What is your greatest danger? Starvation and lack of water, panic, or attack by wild animals, especially at night.
Panic. Big time.
I would agree with that.
Because, like I said earlier, yeah, that is really rational thinking. It means you can't think about, I would say, what to do if an animal attacks you. You can't think about, oh, how to find food, how to find water. You can't think about any of that correctly. All you can probably, most likely all you can ever think of is, oh god, I'm fucked. So, like, that's about all you can probably think of at that point.
Okay. The temperature is below zero, but there are no clothing and blankets in the crashed plane. Your best course is to bundle up with everything you can find, avoid perspiring, keep your feet warm.
Keep your feet warm, I would say.
I can see that. Yeah, I can see that.
Another one that they did list is find a shelter so that's out of the wind.
And then
Mm,
this person said there are no okay, they said if there are clothing on the plane and no blankets, if there is no clothing, no blankets, and if there are clothing and blankets. So this person just kind of redid the entire question three different times.
eh,
But if there is clothing and blankets, I would bundle up with everything that I could find
yeah.
and then peel off the layers when possible.
Yeah.
You accidentally disturbed a grizzly or
Oh
female
shit.
black bear with
Mm,
cubs.
mm.
It obviously is angry. The thing to do is faint, or at least pretend to faint. Moving slowly, hide behind a tree, run as fast as you can.
One of them I know is like it should get bigger, and the other one is pretend and to be dead. I don't remember which one it is though. But run as fast as you can with a screw you over, because the bear's always gonna be faster than you no matter what.
Well,
Mm,
faint or pretend to faint is similar to being dead.
right. Mm,
It depends on the bear.
right.
It really depends on the bear.
Oh yeah,
Let's
it does.
see. You must eat something. You chew leaves but don't swallow them. Eat tree bark, or catch and eat small snakes and insects.
The insects one or tree bark. You can eat in the inner bark tree. You are able to do
Well,
that.
it depends on what tree, though.
Yeah, true. True. I didn't think about that at first.
Oh no, this sounds very familiar to a book I've read in middle school. Your
Okay.
airliner has crashed in deep snow. The temperature is below zero. The warmest place you can be is in the plane's fuselage, under the snow, inside a tent made of seat cushions and parachutes.
I would say this parachute and sheet customs because that keeps you out of the wind.
For long
Mm,
term, I would agree with that.
yeah.
Okay. When snow is on the ground, snow blindness is a danger. You have no sunglasses, therefore you do what?
Oh. Um. I'm trying to think of that one. Mm. Are these people things people ask you or are these cards?
This is literally something somebody sent me.
Okay. It sounds like you're reading off the cards is all.
I can go to the cards in a minute. I'm just
Okay.
picking some of the questions that sound normal.
Yeah. Mm, mm, honestly, I'm not sure what the answer to that would be. Mm,
I'd have to say, shading your eyes whether there is sunshine or not.
yeah.
That means the clouds covering or not, you gotta find a way to cover your eyes somehow.
Mm, right.
Okay, and never drink beer, scotch, or, in my opinion, never drink beer, scotch, or soft drinks if you don't have water.
Don't drink any alcohol if you don't have water.
But the
Mm,
best
mm,
thing
mm,
to
mm.
do would be, in my opinion, somebody asked soft drinks.
You just said not to though. Do that.
Yeah, I was saying not to, but this person said to do it.
No.
If you don't have water.
No. Because the carbonation was making
Yeah,
silkier.
because
The
then
same as
you
the
could get
sodium.
a infection.
That too.
I don't even want to go there. All right. Let's see. And that would be a UTI for people that don't know.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not going there. Women
Mm,
get them a lot. Um, let's see. Now do you see why I get some of the weird questions?
yeah.
I bet you Bear Independent, I bet you he gets even weirder questions than I do.
Probably.
Let's see. Survive being bound with duct tape.
Oh, we already missed that one. I don't remember what the answer was though. Mm,
The answer is here's two ways to do it. Put your duct tape high, put your duct tape hands high above your head, pull and rip your hands down at a fierce angle quickly against your waist and rip the tape apart.
makes sense.
2.
Mm,
Or find a 90-degree angle like a table or chair with press hard and rub the duct tape in the middle of the hard angle. The tape will rip if you get the right angle.
yeah, makes sense.
Plunge over a waterfall or survive a faulty parachute. Any idea,
Um,
Phil?
what was the question again? The option?
Survive a faulty parachute or plunge over a waterfall.
Depends on the waterfall. It depends on what's on the bottom of the waterfall.
Yeah, as you plummet towards the bottom of the waterfall, keep your legs together and land feet first.
That makes sense. Because if it's shallower than
Wrap
you
your
think, then you could if you dove in, like when like a dolphin dive in the sands or whatever, you could break your head and die. Mm, mm,
exactly.
mm,
Wrap your arms around your head to protect against rocks underwater. And finally, take a deep breath before you hit the water.
yeah.
And then the bottom says float downstream or swim downstream to calmer waters and get to land.
Okay.
Um, if your parachute fails to open, there's still a reserve chute
Oh yeah.
you can deploy. If your backup chute doesn't work, do the following. Try and alert the jumper who hasn't deployed their chute yet. Connect arms and weave arms into their chest straps. If that isn't an option, then aim yourself towards something to break your fall. Trees, haystacks, and marshes are your best bet.
Well, okay. Now that would depend on how high up you are, or falling from. Mm, mm,
Exactly.
mm.
For survival smack. Survival survival is unlikely, people have survived in the past. Never aim for water. It's like hitting cement.
Especially if your belly flop. As long as you're like a pencil head, you should be fine. But that's what should be. It's not guaranteed. Mm,
Surviving a street fight, that's easy.
you'd be surprised.
Um, I'm trying to go back and forth between the two questions and the cards here.
Okay.
Survive 5 days stranded at sea.
Um.
If your ship is sinking, you need to act fast. Gather as much water, food and water as you can and get your life raft ready. Drifting is your only hope for finding dry land, so the more you drift, the better your chances. More life rafts are equipped with anchors that help stabilize the vessel. While a stable raft is good, the anchor will slow your drifting rate. Have a way to capture rainwater and try to catch fish. Never drink ocean water.
No. Don't do that. Don't be doing water. That's a
No,
bad
but there is
idea.
a way to actually purify salt water and get rid of the ocean water.
Yeah, there is. Just don't drink straight ocean water. Is what I'm saying.
No, you can't do that. And don't drink straight salt water anyway.
Right. Unless there's like a little bit at your house, like table salt, but that's a different story.
Yeah, but still, it would taste weird.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Now, if you had to do salt water for a mouth rinse, that's a different story.
Yeah.
What would you put in a bug out bag for a child?
Depends on what they have experience with. And what you're willing to teach them.
A lot of people, for a toddler, a lot of people just use for a baby and a toddler, they literally just use a diaper bag.
That makes sense.
It's already packed for a 3-day bug out bag, basically.
Ah.
That's what most parents have in there. It's basically a 3-day bag already together. Hang on, let me fix the box here.
Okay.
Um, so let's see. I'm gonna have to send Phil a link on that one.
Okay.
Let's see what I can find. No, Nicole, I don't need to know that right now. Okay, kids edition to a bug out bag. Here you go. It's a
Okay.
children's one, but it'll work for like adults 8 and up,
Okay.
children to adults.
I'll look at it here in a minute.
Yeah,
After
you don't
recording
have
after
to look
video.
at it right now,
Yeah.
but it kind of gives you an idea of what is in there.
Okay.
All right, I sent you two different ones.
Okay.
Um, let's see. So that basically, I would say for a toddler or a baby, you would have to go with some kind of diaper bag look, but I would make it and so the bag is kind of gray man. If you're in the city, make it fit with all the other moms who have a diaper bag. Look like you're a mom with the diaper bag, basically.
Yeah.
For a child who's coming out of toddler age, I would say mom and dad hold a lot of the food and the shelter, the stuff like that. the shelter, the gear that the baby would need or the child would need because the child's coming out of diapers and stuff like that. It'll need comfort items, it'll need blankets and things like that.
Yeah.
The to make the child feel like it can carry something. Let the child carry the blanket. Let the child carry the toy and snacks and maybe those itty bitty tiny water bottles and their favorite juice box or pouch or something like that. Um, when it comes into the age of scouts, Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, doesn't matter. When it comes into the age of that, for a child, I would say, let me pull up a list here. List for kid friendly bug out bags. Water, clothing, same thing an adult would usually have water, clothing, poncho, hygiene kit, sleeping bag, whistle, emergency blanket, set of extra clothes, a first aid kit that the child can handle,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
d- depending on the age of the child,
Right.
whatever the child can handle, do that. A flashlight or a headlamp. Headlamp might be easier on the kid, depending on age difference.
Yeah.
Hand sanitizer, that I would not give that to a toddler. I would give that to an older child. Um,
Yeah. That,
face
giving that to
mask,
a toddler would be a bad idea.
yeah, but face mask.
Yeah.
That's usually for if you're being evacuated because somebody had a some kind of spill
Yeah.
and it
Mm,
made it close to your
mm,
house and
mm,
you
mm.
had to evacuate.
Yeah.
Um, or something like another version of COVID came out, or some kind of sickness or whatever you want to call it. I don't even know.
Right.
Shelter, tent, tools, blanket, canteen, cash. If the kid knows how to work cash, give them a little bit. I would say some kind of barter items that are not cash for a child unless they know what they're doing.
Right.
This thing just went through first aid twice, so big first aid kit for teenagers, little first aid kit, like boo boo kit for children.
Okay. Yeah. That makes sense.
Food, like I said, that depended on what they know how to do. And
Yeah.
that depends on if it's a child and they're carrying their snacks and mom and dad have their actual food or not. Some people say prescription glasses, pacifier, water filter. It all depends. That's just the basic list.
Yeah.
Um, for a teenager, I would just take the children's stuff out of it, give them a book to read, a deck of cards, and
Mm,
maybe a like I've seen on a couple survival shows where the teens found packs of gum.
yeah. Mm, mm,
I would say that would work. Um, any medical supplies that they may need because it's been a while for them. If it in the show it had been a while and they had to find medical supplies in someone else's home,
okay.
food, all of that. So it just depends and for refilling. Don't now. I'm not saying break into somebody else's home just to get food.
No, 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 that's a great idea
No,
too.
I'm
Then you're right.
saying if it was a disaster situation and the house was empty.
Right.
Um,
Yeah, I'd
medically,
still
I
say leave
have
that. I'd still say leave that as a last resort as option.
yeah. Medically, I would say Phil. I think you might want to have I'm trying to think of his name now. Harshman Hills on for medical.
Okay.
I sent him an email. He's gonna try and get in touch with you at some point.
Okay.
He
I haven't
he
had
said
any
he'd
emails
like to
yet.
try and work with you.
I haven't had any emails yet. So.
Okay, he's probably busy. He is a nurse
Uh-oh.
outside of YouTube.
Ah. Okay.
But I'll send you his name, all that, so you can kinda do that with him.
Okay.
Um let's see. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Anything you want to add while I'm thinking? Because I'm looking through these questions as what on earth here.
Yeah. I don't know honestly.
If I were y'all, I would read the SAS Survival Guide, the Boy Scout
Oh.
Guide.
I remember. So come on, guys. This is the second time we're recording this video because the first one, the editing kept glitching out on my editor. But I never feel good in books of Aaron. I showed the last one. Last time last attempt on this one. This one.
Yeah.
These things. So I'm gonna switch over to my main camera real quick. This book right here is Bushcraft 101 by Dave Canterbury. I have the Advanced Bushcraft book. I have the First Aid one by him, and the Bushcraft Cooking, Shopping, Gathering, Cooking in the Wild book. That's the full set I have. But anyway, get one of those if you want to learn more about survival. Survival. Mm. Plus, also, we do survival lessons every once in a while on my Twitch. The link to that will be in the description down below if I remember to. If I don't remember to do that, I'll say something in the comments if we're watching this. And yeah. But yeah, like if you're gonna be doing this survival wise, make sure to do some kind of research too. Not just what you hear on YouTube and all that. Mm, but yeah.
Um, I would agree with him on that. Um, if y'all want, really, I'll send him the link to this. So he's not affiliated by it, neither am I. But I'll send him a link to the book if y'all want to look at that online, and that is um, Surviving the Economic Collapse by Fernando Ferfal. Uh, if I can read his name right, Aguare, and it's based on firsthand experience of the 2001 economic collapse. And if I remember this right, Aguar, pardon me, I was reading that wrong. Let me see if I can find it. He basically, in some of the ways you do things in here, it says get good shoes. Um, for casual, for a usual workday, women would avoid wearing gold because muggers and
Right.
chain snatchers would be around.
Yeah.
Um, get good shoes, avoid wearing jewelry in case it often gets stolen or whatever. Everything he uses will be Like if he bought shades, he would get protective ones to protect his eyes from debris.
Yeah.
Um, Girls, some of those fancy sandals may be very cool, but they are junk. Try finding something else that doesn't look bad. Maybe good looking leather boots or running shoes during the summer.
Yeah.
Let's see. Where's his bug out bag list? Carry yourself around confidently. Don't look like a sheep, but like a sheep dog.
Mm.
Basically, what he's saying there is criminals are experts in reading people. Sometimes it doesn't count if you are big or a bit small. What they try to read is if you can handle yourself or not.
Makes sense.
So, literally, do what, try to read your, try to make it where you don't even look like you're a bad guy, but make it look
Mm.
like you're able to carry yourself confidently. Don't be scared.
Yeah.
If even if you are scared, don't look it.
Mm. Right.
Now, some of the gear he has: food, water, firearms, which he had then, and he probably still has now. Um, he had to make it off a Rambo knife at one point. Yes, those things are not the best knives, and I know people are gonna say that, but he had to make it off a Rambo knife. Flashlights, batteries, battery charger if you have them. He's been in America enough to know that you may need a solar battery charger or something.
Yeah.
Alcohol
Mm.
gel,
Mm.
um, warm clothes, blankets, alternative cooking, matches. Phil, you want to go over alternative cooking?
Well, it depends on alternative to what.
Well, this says camp stoves, barbecue grills,
Oh,
electric
okay.
ovens,
So there's
microwave,
probably
propane gas.
there's a lot of ones. Those are the few. The ones you mentioned, those few. Campfires work too. Mm, let's see what else. I'm trying to think one that you did not mention. Mm.
Um, what are those things we make in Scouts? They're similar to a, they're like a wood stove made out of a can.
Mm. What are you talking about?
Okay, this might be in Girl Scouts, not Boy
I
Scouts,
was gonna say
but
it's BSA. We never did that.
no, but there's
Mm.
something
Mm.
we did where we made, hi, there's something we did that we made a Bunsen burner. My mom taught me how
Okay.
to do it,
Okay.
and there's two different ways to do it. You put wood in the bottom. I'll send you a picture of it later. You put wood
Okay.
in the bottom,
Oh, I
and
think I know what you're talking
fire comes
about.
out the top.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about now. I just never didn't know what you were talking about with how you described it. We've never made those. We've only ever used
And
campfires to
then
cook on scout camps.
a Bunsen burner is for what mom used to call a Bunsen burner. That would be basically a big can
Yeah.
and and toilet paper, and then you pour your alcohol in there,
Yep.
and then you burn it that way. These people say, hoard, this person basically says hoard disposable cups, dishes, forks, knives, spoons, plates, um, things like that. Keep a digital camera and a regular camera on hand, like the old fashioned Kodak cameras where you just run your finger through. Um, some people don't even know what a Kodak camera is, so
Mm,
I'm just not even gonna try that one.
mm.
But he, you know what I'm talking about, where you run your finger to dial the
Never heard of
little
it.
number.
Never heard of it.
I'll show you
Mm,
what I'm talking
mm,
about. You
mm.
don't even know. You're probably too young.
I've never heard of that.
Radio, CB radio, generator, laptop computer, which I think, eh, in that kind of world. Corded phone, which I agree with that. And I think we got like three or four of those.
Mm, mm.
TV, entertainment center, books. You cannot go far without books. First aid kit. And he doesn't mean a boo boo kit, he means IFAC and a boo boo kit.
Ah. Mm, mm,
If you
mm,
have
mm, mm,
amoxicillin,
mm.
get that. If you have some way to treat highly horrible infections, do that. Have spare thermometers. Have dressings for wounds, surgical tape, liquid stitches for cuts,
Mm,
ibuprofen, aspirin,
mm,
and any other
mm.
meds you may need. Duct tape,
Yeah. Mm,
household supplies, well equipped toolboxes, and he could go on,
mm,
but he's got a major list here.
mm, mm.
But if I could make a whole video on this book if I wanted to. Maybe we'll do that sometime, but right now,
Okay.
that's just the basics.
Okay. Mm, mm.
Let's see, is there anything else in here? And people do say cash is king. He actually means that when he says that because if you have cash on hand, that is a type of bartering.
Yeah. Mm, 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 mm.
If the cards went down, you would have to have cash another way. So,
Right. Mm,
you would have to find other ways to do things, and cash is one thing that you can literally, cash is king. It's one thing you can barter with if you have it.
yeah.
Um, what else, Phil?
Mm, mm, mm. My mind's going blank on everything right now.
Anything else? Alright, well, we can deal with it later.
Okay.
Alright, I gotta go shut up the cat. So I'll
Okay.
talk to you later.
Okay. See ya.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna end this video here, guys. So, yeah, that was the first video on here. Again, I'll be putting my Twitch there. If you guys like that, enjoyed this, just subscribe and put like, and let me know what you, and let me know any questions you might have for the next one, and yeah, mm, mm, yeah. Again, I'll be putting my Twitch link in the description down below, as well as my Discord server for link, and yeah, that's me on this one. Mm, My, and it's been the same as my Twitch streams. So, fans scout especially while helpful for the courteous kind of breed stuff welcome to brave clean reverence. Talk to be good. Talk to you later. Scout salute to you all. See you later, everyone.